Hey guys, Elliot here from DataX, and boy, we've got a new integration that we're excited to release. This is the OpenPhone and JobTread integration, and it's inside of DataX, and DataX is the server in the middle. It's the glue that connects all the OpenPhone data to all the JobTread data and makes it seamless. So how we want to get started is we want to log into DataX, and we will go to the toolbox. You'll notice all of our active things, active tools, and we've got a new one right in the middle, OpenPhone integration. We're going to click on that, integrate your OpenPhone calls, texting, recording, and transcripts within JobTread. How cool. Okay, so we've got a lot of buttons here. Let's talk through them. This is going to be your OpenPhone API key, and everything on this side is about your OpenPhone communication. So that's phone calls, recordings, summaries, transcripts, and messages being synced in your JobTread. And then over here we've got texting inside of JobTread. We can do a /text command in a message in JobTread, and it will send that as a text message to the customer. Both really cool features. But let's start over here, the OpenPhone communication. The OpenPhone API key. This is actually only used for the texting, but I have it over here to kind of keep these symmetrical. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to OpenPhone. We're going to go to Settings. We're going to go to API. We're going to generate a new API key. Name it whatever you want. Create the key. You're going to get it here. We're going to copy this number, and we're going to paste it into here and then hit Save. So now you got your OpenPhone API key connected to JobTread already. Okay, so now we need to create a webhook, and a webhook sends data from one software to another software. And it says, hey, here's something that just happened in OpenPhone, and I want to send it to DataX so it can push it into my JobTread. So we're going to take this webhook URL, copy this, go back to OpenPhone, Settings, Webhooks, create a webhook, put the URL here, name it something that you know, DataX is probably a good one, or JobTread. And then this is where it gets cool. So you've got all of these different types of actions happening inside of OpenPhone that will send data to DataX and your JobTread. But you don't want to do too much. You want to be thoughtful because it will feel like it's cluttering up your JobTread. So be thoughtful about it. But we can do call completed. We actually don't track call ringing, and because it just clutter it up more. So call completed, it'll let you know. Call recording is complete. So when the call's done, you'll get a link to download an MP3 to listen to the call recording. Call transcript, block of text. If you have a 10-minute phone call, you're going to get a massive block of text. But that's just the words. A summary is OpenPhone's built-in AI summary with next steps or action steps out of that phone call you just had. Message received, text message in, message deliver, text message out. So select the ones you want. I personally like call completed, recording. I don't do transcript because that's just a lot of text. I do summary, and then I'll do messages in and out. And then we can receive updates from all phone numbers, or just pick the phone numbers you want. So let's say you had a personal number and an office number, or you had estimator, sales, office, like a bunch of different numbers. You could track all of them or just one of them. So we're just going to do my office number here, and we actually don't do anything here, not yet. We will in an update, but not right now. You're going to create the webhook. You're going to get a URL. This is the URL that we put in here, DataX video. Make sure it's turned on. We're almost there. So now we're going to define the message thread inside of JobTread. So let me show you real quick. JobTread. I've got a bunch of messages and phone calls coming here, and it's labeled comms thread. So you define that here. You can call it communications. You can call it in and out. You can call it whatever you want. I choose comms thread, but choose what you want. Hit save. And now you see all this here. Let's delete it. Okay, so we have nothing in here. This is our customer account. We're going to go to this job. And the reason we don't save anything on the job, and some people, this is where we have to educate. You don't want to save it on the job because Aunt Susie is going to call you in 6 months after that bathroom remodel and want to do a kitchen remodel. And you don't want to lose the communication from the bathroom inside of the job, and it's harder to find a job than it is to just find everything on the customer account. So you want to save everything on the account. You just click up here and it takes you back to the account, so you see all the communication happening here. Okay, so let's do a test. Let's say we're on a job and we notice something and we're like, oh no, let's text the customer. So we got our open, let me switch to open phone. We got our open phone up, so we're gonna say, hey Elliot, the paint looks great. What do you think? So I sent a text message from open phone, and you notice it's not going here because we talked about we want to save all the communication on the customer level. Boom, it created a comms thread because it didn't exist on this customer. And if it did exist, it would find the existing comms thread and just add comments to it. But it didn't exist. We're doing outgoing message, contact Elliot, open phone, phone number there. Message, hey Elliot, the paint looks great, what do you think? Now, I got the message on my iPhone, so I can just reply. I can say, as the customer, I say, looks great, love the pink. Okay, so I texted back and boom, it populates under here because the customer communication between the office and the customer is going to be on the customer account. And it'll do the same thing for vendors. So if you have a vendor, you're talking to a vendor, calling, texting a vendor, it's going to save it under the vendor account. So if you go in vendors, you pick one here. So if I'm messaging Adam at Agile Cabinetry, it's going to populate here. And so this is the open phone communication, the synchronization of all the comms into JobTread from open phone. DataX is the middleman. You just turn it on in DataX, and we're the glue to connect all of that together. Now let's show you how the texting works. So we put our API key in here. Now we have a JobTread webhook. So we talked about webhooks a second ago, where OpenPhone was sending a webhook to DataX saying, hey, here's all the data from the phone call, text message, and etc. Now we're saying JobTread needs a webhook to send DataX, say, hey, this person is trying to text. So we're looking for comments created from JobTread. So this button will be yellow if you're not connected. Click it, it'll connect it automatically, and it'll turn this, you get a green check mark. When that's connected, you're good to go. Your /texting command is the command that you're going to type in the message. So /text, anything after that will be texted to the customer. And your open phone, you've got all of your open phone numbers here. Select the one you want. If you want to send it off that one or off that one, click save. Okay, so this is pretty cool. We're going to go in here. We're going to go to the job. And so this is texting from the job, and you'll see why we do it. You'll see why we do it from the job in a second. So if we're on the job, field guys, project manager, anybody that needs to text the customer but doesn't have the open phone app or open phone access on their phone, they can go in here and let's say the project manager doesn't have open phone, but he's allowed to text through here. And this is just something, there's no permissions in DataX. You just need to be smart and tell your guys who can and can't use this command. So you can text and say, hey Elliot, we grab some blue paint. Would you like your ceilings blue? So I'm doing /text on a job, and you're going to notice, hey look, I got the text message from Built with Love, and you're going to notice that the message disappears. We delete it here after the text sends out because it's all logging on the comms thread. So super cool. So I'm super excited about this open phone integration. We've got the communication sync, we've got texting. You can see all of your logs here. So this is just all the data. Hey Elliot, we grabbed some paint. Would you like your ceilings blue? We have all the data here. So if there's ever any issue, you can look through the details. You can send the details to support at DataX and we'll help you troubleshoot. But it should be pretty simple. And this video you're watching is right here. And that's it for now. See you on the next one. Bye.